Until death do us part is a pretty long time, especially if you and your partner aren't getting along. So, how can you uncomplicate your relationship to reduce conflict and also restore passion?
Real-life husband-wife and clinical psychology team Helen Robinson and Shahn Sorekli believe they have the answer. Their new book, The 8 Love Links, explores scientifically proven strategies to help you build lasting connections. And we welcome Helen and Shahn back to the morning show. Lovely to see you
Morning,
both.
guys.
Husband and wife psychologists.
Shane,
Shane, we obviously can't get through all 8 love links in this short time, but let's just unpack a few.
Sure.
Your advice is to establish a couple's base camp. I love that idea. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the Couples Base Camp Love Link is all about giving readers the foundation to set a secure attachment in their relationship or maintain a secure attachment. So we know that when couples have a secure partner attachment, they feel happier, more confident, and they get to life's goals. So basically, it's a blueprint to give you the foundation to tackle all of life's difficulties, like even the simple things and the difficult things, like the finances, the domestic chores, and dealing with other people outside your relationship, like in-laws, for example.
Base camp is a really good metaphor when you consider maybe you bring Everest into it. Is that
It's all uphill from there.
Relationship's like climbing Everest, isn't it, really?
But Helen, there are, as was just mentioned, there are others to take into account, like nearby in-laws. What's the best way, really, to handle outside influences?
Absolutely. So when we talk about others outside of the base camp, we're talking about anyone outside of that partner attachment. So it could be, like you said, in-laws, friends, family, even exes and things like that. So we all come from different backgrounds and we have different influences that kind of set up our expectation around these areas. And so if we don't kind of unpack all of that and learn how to set healthy boundaries, then there's going to be a lot more conflict in the relationship.
So what you mean by base camp is having the two of you as the main goal and never sort of don't forget that, in other
Absolutely.
words.
Yes.
Let's tackle this next love link, Helen, baggage claim. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. So everyone has baggage, unfortunately. And if we think we don't, then we've just got rejected or unclaimed baggage hanging around. And when we think about baggage, we are referring to the kind of emotional wounds and vulnerabilities that we've developed over our life through childhood, previous relationships, even our current relationship. We kind of drag this stuff into our current relationship. And if we don't learn how to claim it, it goes rejected. And that can mean that it keeps blowing up our relationship. So we want to help people work out what their baggage is, where's it come from, and learn ways to hold it and get their partner to help them hold it as well.
I'm kind of a baggage terminal.
Just
like
keeps
that.
coming and coming, hey?
Just keeps rolling around.
I've just forgotten the lock combination.
Yeah, right. That's right, it's buried
Yeah, just
deep.
buried, that's
yeah,
right.
it's behind a
It'll
wall.
look after itself.
What about the sexy love link?
Yeah, so the Sex and Desire Love Link is the 8th love link for a reason, because like what the research shows is couples that have really great relationships have a good sex life. And also if you have a good sex life, you're more likely to have a great relationship also. So the book kind of brings attention to the fact that it's not the length of time that's going to determine your sex life, it's how much attention you bring to your sex life. So the good news is your sex life can be great across the lifespan, and it is related to how good your relationship is also.
Okay. Well, is there a secret, though, to unlocking this sort of sexual connection?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Diamonds?
diamonds, pearls, money.
Chocolates?
I'll give you a quick 3, and obviously we go into great detail in the book. But number 1, you've got to talk about your sex life.
Right.
So we help readers facilitate that and understand differences in sexuality, in desires, in things they like and they don't like.
Yeah. 2?
2, there's sexual dynamics that can be toxic and block or stifle your sex life. And you get kind of locked in cycles. And you don't know what's happening, but it's just kind of exponentially getting worse. So it's learning how to undo those knots. And then we have what we call erotic charging sex dynamics. So if you've got all that other stuff sorted out, there's little ways you can tweak things that are a bit invisible, they're not related to physical attraction, that can get the sparks flying again.
Erotic charging station.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
But he was
Plug your Tesla
Baggage,
and
yeah.
He's talking about unlocking the knots too. That can get you in all sorts of trouble too.
Yes.
If you want to, doing them up as well.
Doing them up,
Too
yeah,
tight. Or I don't know.
If that's what you're into,
That's right.
absolutely.
You guys are
Exactly.
fascinating. It must be very tempting to therapise each other, but we won't go into that. That was
Well,
wonderful.
yes.
Thank you. The new book, The 8 Love Links, it's available now.
By Shahn and Helen. Thank you.